Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel everybody. So this video is for November. This is going to be the first video for my Monday series, which means it is a sketch card. So I really like what I did. I had a real time. I knew I was going to love the sparkling Snowflakes bundle because it means stamp, 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 stamp. You can stamp, and I love that about this. So that's what I did. It's quite simple. Wait till you see. It's easy, it's simple, but you get fun just stamping with ink. So anyways, I'm going to move my new whiteboard here, and yes, I will tell you, I am recording this in the middle of September, so I still have my football nails on just because I have a free time at the moment. So let's show you what the sparkling snowflake bundle it is. This polymer stamp set and this punch, and I knew I loved it. This was so different. I saw some things in the catalog, how they displayed a few things that gave me ideas, but I knew I had to have it. So this is what we are using, and we are using all three greetings, all the snowflakes. We're just not using the for you. I will use that on tags when I do that. So I'm going to move that aside, and we're going to go over what we are going to need. So we are using a card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, layer number 1 is just a piece of, what is it, basic white now, not whisper white, 4 by 5 1/4. Then I'm bringing in some retired stuff. So Stampin' Up! Used to have this brushed silver. It's very much like their shimmery white, but this is silver. They used to have white, and they used to have the shimmery white, the brushed silver, and the brushed gold. I still have some, so I'm going to bring that out. So what is this piece? Let's see. It says 1 by 2. That's this piece. It's retired. I also used it with this retired scalloped edge punch. You can see here, I'll go over the sketch bit in a minute. You need a piece of balmy blue. Let me get it here because I've got it already done. This is the snowflake punch, guys. Look at that. So I've already punched it because I had punched my sample. So 2 by 4 1/2. That gives you enough, because I wanted this to be at, oh my goodness, it should be 5 1/2, because I wanted it to be at 4 1/4. Let me make sure here. Yes, because I gave myself 1/4 of an inch for the end to punch off of. So we have that piece, balmy blue. Layer number 4 is 1 by 5 in white. Where is that piece? Right here. 1 by 5 in white. We have a 2-inch circle punch in the brushed silver. We have a 2 by 2 piece of scrap, which I already have stamped and fussy cut for my snowflake. I have 24 inches of this light blue gingham ribbon that Stampin' Up! Had that coincided with what was called Bashful Blue at the time. It's already on my tweezers. 2 small snowflakes. This is the little retired punch I used. And then, let's see, this piece. Where is this piece? Oh, 3 1/4 by 2 piece of brushed silver. You'll see how that all comes in. And for the inside, we have another piece of white that's 4 by 5 1/4 and a white envelope. I think that's it, guys. So let me show you the card. I'm going to stick this away. Over there, we're going to need a stamp and pierce mat because these are polymer stamp sets, and a piece of scratch paper to stamp on. So isn't that pretty? I think it's gorgeous. I'm so happy with it. I love. Now, if you of course don't have the brushed silver, any glimmer paper with silver would work. Make the season sparkle. Very simple little card using what I have available to do so. So anyways, I really, really like this card. So where do I set it? Do I have a spot that I can set it up there to look at? The inks we're using are Balmy Blue and Misty Moonlight, and I'm going to move that aside. So time to stamp. This is our 4 by 5 1/4. I want to make sure. Yes. Okay. So we're going to stamp. We are going to start with Balmy Blue. I don't want to open my Misty Moonlight because I already stamped in the wrong ink pad earlier. But I do need this, where am I going to put it? Up there. Okay, so we are going to start. This stamp set has, this is a, what do they call it? 2-step stamping. So you have the solid image stamp and then the detailed image stamp. We're going to use all of them, but we're going to start with that solid, and we're going to use the largest snowflake first, and we're going to work in 3s. So I'm going to stamp off really well, and I'm going to put a snowflake about in the center. I'm not worried about it being perfect because I don't want it perfect. One over here. And I got to move my paper because I want to get off, I want this light. And then I want one about right there. So that's what I mean by we're working with 3s. This is how it's going to be. So 1, 2, and 3. Next, we're going to go to the medium snowflake. And we're going to stamp off again. I don't know why my little dog's tail are having a fit. So I'm going to stamp this one here. Need to stamp off down there. Let's see, we're going to put it right there. Stamp. Didn't ink it up all the way well. Stamp off. And we're going to put it about here. So again, 3s. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to come in and fill in with the little snowflake. We're still stamping everything off. Let me get this down here so I got. Why? I think I need to re-ink my ink pad a bit, though you wouldn't know. So there's a bit. Stamp off. I'm gonna go, let's say, right here. Stamp off. I want some here. And I'll probably do 5 of these. So that's 4. And just a hint of it there. I'm leaving this open because you're not going to see that there. So now we're going to take our Balmy Blue. I'm going to move that way away from me because I don't want to ink into something. We are going to start with our largest snowflake again. At least I am. I don't think it matters on this one which one, but I'm stamping off each and every time. I'm not worried about them not lining up perfectly. I don't want them to be perfect. I like that bit of Balmy Blue showing around the edges. So this is what is so much fun with this stamp set. So here we go. I have to make sure I stamp off everything there. Stamp off again. Now we're going to go to the little one. So stamp off, and then we're going to use my itty bitty background that you guys know I cannot resist playing with. So stamp off, stamp off. See, how is it? Right there. So next, the itty bitty backgrounds, and I ink me up in the process. You know what? Blueberry Bushel is really close to this color. Royal Blue for Bulldogs. North Mason. So, my itty bitty backgrounds. There are choices. Perched in a tree, layering leaves that has speckles. Anything with a speckle you can use. So, I'm going to stamp off twice, and then I'm going to stamp. Stamp off twice. That's 3 times. That's okay. That'll work too. And I am just going to stamp. TT being bad back there. My little chihuahua. Now, I'm going to just squish it off. And I'm going to come in with, I almost don't think I need the Misty Moonlight, but I did on the other one. We are going to go around the outside of this. Stamp off once, and then we're just stamping twice each time, and we're just going around the outside with the darker. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and again 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Ta-da! All of that to make this gorgeous piece of paper. Love it. So we're got more inking to do, more. Oh, it's so pretty, guys. I am so happy with this. So this is our sentiment. We're going to stamp on it too. So I'm going to bring back the balmy blue to start with. Stamp off. And I'm going to stamp like 3/4 of it right there. This time, I didn't do this on the other one, but this time I am going to add more snowflakes. I'm not sure if you're going to see it. Stamp off. I want one kind of right here because this is where it's going to get folded. That's all right. So move the balmy blue because we don't want any accidents happening here. So stamp off. There's one. Stamp off. There's my partial. Stamp off. And this one has got almost the whole thing on it. Now, I thought, I'm kind of thinking Night of Navy ink to really make the sentiment stand out. So I thought of this when I was making the card. I just didn't grab it. So, but we are now. So, have a change of heart. So this one says winter greetings, and we're going to use that. Oh, much better. So let me look right here. Winter greetings. Instead of Misty Moonlight, this is darker. It's going to stand out more. Blueberry Bushel would work too, but it's just the wrong shade of blue that I want. So I'm going to keep this for, are we going to do Let It Snow in this also? Are we going to, no, we're going to do Let It Snow. We're not done with that one, but I want to do the Let It Snow. We're going to stamp Let It Snow in the openings, full strength. Let It Snow. We're going to turn it, Let It Snow. You won't see that one, so I'm going to have to do another one. Turn it, partial, partial, let's see. And then, you know what? Let's bring in our little strip here. Do you see what I mean? That one you won't see. So we could do right there. And I think it needs a little bit of one right there. Yes! Love that. Okay, so Night of Navy, I'm going to move you away. And we need to do our little speckling bits. This is what I mean. It's so much fun to just stamp, stamp, stamp. And that's what we're doing. I need to clean this off with my Stampin' Pierce mat. My Stampin' Pierce mat. No. My chamois here. Because I don't want the Night of Navy in the balmy blue. So stamp off. Stamp, 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 stamp. Stamp off. Stamp, 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 stamp. Give it a good twist. Now Misty Moonlight. Stamp, stamp. Stamp, 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 stamp. Got a little carried away. All right. Oh, we're not done, guys. We have to do the envelope. We have to do the inside. Now, the inside, we're going to keep it real simple. Balmy blue. Oh, we need a clean spot. Somewhat. One up here. It's going to have a line through it. Darn it. I'm going to flip that over because this is creased. Let's just turn my scratch paper over. I'm going to stamp off and then stamp in this corner. I'm going to stamp off and stamp in this corner. I'm going to bring my medium one in, stamp off, and this time I'm going to stamp in the center. Oh, yes, most definitely this one. Stamp off twice. I'm just going to double stamp off over there. So move this one and bring back our full strength in Misty Moonlight. I'm not going to do those two little ones. We're going to stamp off. I almost forgot, everybody. Stamp off. This one. Now our saying, we're going to still go with that Night of Navy, which is over here. Make the season sparkle. Gorgeous. And then I'm going to take Let It Snow. And I'm going to do a little bit there. And I'm going to do a hint of it up there. So cute. No speckles on the inside, okay? No speckles on the inside. Because you're going to be writing there. But the envelope is next. Oh, so much fun. I have way too much fun. Misty Moonlight out of the way. Balmy blue. Stamp off. We're going to go here. This is the bottom left. I just have the envelope upside down. I'm going to repeat kind of what I did. There's that bit. And then a little one down here. And then I'm only going to stamp the large one. And Misty Moonlight stamped off. Just the large one, because I'm going to bring in Let It Snow in Night of Navy and pop it in the center. Now, you can't forget the back of the envelope. And you know I do opposite corners, so this is the flap. And this one, we just need the medium one. Make sure we get it inked all the way. And I'm going to stamp it again and it again over there. And then come in with the medium Snowflake and Misty Moonlight. And of course, we're going to do Let It Snow again. Ta-da! Love it. I think we got all the stamping taken care of. I think we got it covered. All right, so let's close up these ink pads so I don't have like a catastrophe happen when I am putting the card together. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. You guys, I am so excited. I cannot wait to use Pool Party with these snowflakes because that will be like an icy blue color with Night of Navy. It's going to be so cool. So can you tell I'm just so happy to play. So let's bring in all of our goodies here. Ribbon. I know these are not Stampin' Up rhinestones, but Stampin' Up doesn't have the colored inside of them, and I like the color. So first we're going to glue our inside piece that is 4 by 5 1/4. And of course X to mark the spot, ... This time it's opening this way. And that's because these card bases were already cut in my, oh my gosh. It's like, does not want to play nice here. Come on. Line up. Inside done. Now the outside piece. Yes, I'm just making sure. Sometimes you guys have seen me. I do cut things wrong. X ... And which one did I say was where? This is my top snowflake. That is the top of my card. Oh, I'm thinking maybe I can do some with the dog outside in the snow. I do have a little dog punch from Stampin' Up. So this little, our snowflake border, this is going to be, we are going to fold this over the edge. Yes, we are. How'd that come to be? Because I didn't want to cut it when I was designing the card. And I'm like, oh, we can just fold that right over the edge. That's cute. And so we did. And so we shall. I just folded it. No scoring. Just gave it a fold. Now, you're wondering about all these pieces. This little bit is going to get glued right there. Do you see? It's open, right? I want you to see a little bit of the silver back there. So that's why I had that 1 by 2 piece. And this was literally a scrap piece in my envelope of stuff, of my brushed silver, what I have left. So I'm going to add that right there. And then I do have to snip off those little ends. I want to. I guess you don't have to, but I do. And I really like that. You could also do shimmery white back there if you wanted, if you were doing a solid color there. Oh, so cute. Okay, so now we can, what did I do? I popped this one up on dimensionals. I was like looking at the back. So let's get some dimensionals going on. 1, 2. We're just going to do 6. I'm not going to go crazy with any more than that. You can put those kind of in the center more to fill in that space. I just put in an order and had to get some more dimensionals. Now this is going to come to the edge of your white, and I do have it down, not quite center, but so like maybe an inch up. I'm going to bring that there. Put them in the kitchen, honey. You can come out here and get a bag. That's my grandson. He was hacking all night long. So let's see, right about there. So 3/4 of an inch, and I want it all the way to the edge, and that brings this all the way to the edge there. Did I get it crooked? No. Oh, you know what? I did forget my ribbon. I'm going to have to stick it through here. That should be okay. So my ribbon, I almost forgot that I was using this. That will work. It will help hold it in place. I'm going to use the punch too to hold it because I want to tie my bow right here. Like so. I can also use these to hold my knot in place, the center of it. If I tie it this way, there he goes. Pull tight. Yeah, that didn't tie it the way I wanted it to tie it. I gotta tie the bow the opposite direction. Not that way. Over. This way. It's still going wonky. The other one didn't go wonky on me, but that's okay. I will secure it with a glue dot, and it will not go wonky on me because I want it this way. So we're going to leave it just like it is for now because it's right where it needs to be. Take my 2-inch circle punch. I'm going to add little bits of tear tape right there to glue it down to. Let's see, where is the end would be the question. Score tip, tear tape, whichever you want to call it. Just 2 bits, one on each side of the ribbon. Pokey tool time. There's one. And there's 2. Ooh. Now my circle. We could go a little up, I guess, right there. I have a little bit of tear tape I need to maneuver up under the circle. Now our snowflake is getting dimensionals. Of course it is. I'm going to do 3. Just going to add more height and beauty to the card. Yes, I thought so. I was like looking at my other one because I know I didn't put the point at the top. Oh, yay! Okay, so this little snowflake is like that one. We are going to glue it right here. Now, this little piece, this was literally like 1 by like 2. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get the guillotine and cut it in half. Being a little thrifty with my little tiny scrap, I was like, I don't need. So there. And then I did I did do my best to cut straight. I just wanted that little bit of scallop. And I'm going to have to show you the sketch. This was, I didn't even tell you guys. I was so excited. So the sketch that I based this card off of was Mojo Mondays, week number 119. Let me describe to you what's going on in this sketch with my pokey tool. This is the card base. This is the layer, right? Then they have this strip that had the scallop detail and a strip in the middle. So I'm going to show you what I did for that. And then they had a circle and then this flower or ribbon element. So this is the card base layer. This is the next layer. This is the tag, the strip here. Okay. And then this piece is this piece, but then I was missing the little scallops. Now you don't have to be this specific, and I have changed it because I'm only adding the scallop. You'll see in a minute. Tuck it right here and tuck it right here. It's not going all the way around. So sketches that you see, you can use them in many ways. And then, of course, instead of the flower element up here, I put the bow down there, which we are going to have to fix. So I'm just sliding it ever so slightly in there. Just getting a little bit more of the brushed silver. Like I said, glimmer paper, glitter paper, whatever you have could be used for these bits that I'm doing. And I'm not worried about them being like, you can offset them. I don't care if they match up. That was not the point. I was just adding. In fact, do we want to go? No, we're going to make it right there. Okay, so there's that little bit. Now I'm going to have to secure my bow going the way I want it to. It didn't do this on the last, my sample, but it sure is being a bit difficult on this one. I got to pull them smaller. Okay, so I'm going to take my glue dot, which is now on the end of the pokey tool, and tuck it right down there under the bow knot. I'm not worried about that being there. I just don't want my bow going sideways. Let me clip this back over there. Oh, we're almost done, guys. Almost. So hang in there with me. I do appreciate it. So I'm going to clip that at an angle, clip that at an angle, and then we're going to use Wink of Stella. And we're not done. We're going to add little bits of sparkle. To all the snowflakes, and I'm just dabbing it on there. Don't forget this one. And don't forget the inside. And I'm only doing the misty moonlight bit of the snowflake. You can even do, oh, let's do the envelope. Why not? It's Christmas time. Everything deserves to sparkle and shine. Oh my goodness. No, I doubt I'm going to have to hold this up. I don't know if you can see that, but boy, is that pretty on the envelope. It just gives it that little hint. So now, like I said, I try not to use things that are not Stampin' Up, but this has a bit of like fire. It has some yellows, some reds, some greens, and I really liked that in these, and these were cheap, okay? I can't go telling you because I'll get in trouble where I got them, but any store. So I just added 3 of them. I usually use them just for my samples so I can save my Stampin' Up products for videos, but I like the size and I like the color that was in them because it just added where the basic jeweled rhinestones, you know, they sparkle beautifully, but they don't have the color, and I wanted that little sparkle of color. So there you have my card for the first Monday of the month. Mojo Monday, week number 19 was my inspiration for this sketch card, and I really hope you guys like it. I am so excited to play with this set, and I have to go do regular stuff now. But I'll be out here again soon. So thanks for watching, and please come back and visit me on my Wonderland. Bye bye for now.